When I had my idea, it was so interesting to share it with my friends, so that I can, continue. We can continue working out on it together to ensure that we become successful in whatever we were intended to start. However, the challenge came to reach to the consensus of how, when, where, to begin our in our activity that we intended to start. It was challenging. Most of them were so discouraged of the system we had, we were intending to use. Some were not, actually in agreement of uh, people that we are to involve in our activity. Like that, we kept on, rolling around, even to the point that we could not start anything because, people were not yet satisfied with what we have, with what we are supposed to start with. So the question is it right to start with a team, or is it good or better to start by your own on whatever thing that you want? The truth is that when you have your personal idea, you first work on it. At least you reach to a certain extent, and then you involve a team. Because involving a team may not be inevitable, because you will need a team to help you out, to ease and get more advantage of people's skills, of people's expertise in different areas, and also their contribution is crucial so that they can boost the business or any invention further. And also, as I also add on the skilled bit, is it is the fact that when you are looking at a technical startup, something that involve technology, something that involve some extra skill, not other than any regular kind of skill. You need people that well conversant with that area. For example, you are developing a software, or you have a passion to develop a software. You will need technicians. You will need computer, or people that are good at computing software, something like that, because they are the one that will enable or will birth any product you are intending to bring on board. And also, you will need people that are as technology has got diversified kind of things, where you need to involve many things, of which they are known by different people. So you will need such a team on any startup that has to do with technical skills or technical venture. But also, you need accountability partners. For sure, accountability partners, they are really crucial in any startup, because at any point you reach uh, a certain stage where you feel like you are moving nowhere. You are tired. Your motivation is dying. Your intended purpose is now being compromised, by maybe your intuition, or by some weird circumstances, and you choose to maybe stop and shut down and move forward, or move to any other things. But when you have a team, you will get extra and additional encouragement, motivation, to keep going. The dream could keep on blossoming, because everyone will feel that they have a role to play in something they are giving birth to. So that is the role of the team. However, now you, the original inventor or founder, you have the absolute role to continue motivated, because at any point where you feel like you have to give up, or you feel like you want to give up, other people will lose motivation very easily. So you at all times need to be at the very top of being strong, being encouraged, being patient also, so that you can continue encouraging other people or your team members. So but also looking at the circumstance of how your team members work, because you might be being influenced by their input, and you kind of get dissolved by their personal ambitions or personal pursuits towards whatever you are developing. So my encouragement towards the team is to get similar minded people, and also not only you should look for people committed to put something to life, but you also need to look for people who are skilled, who are knowledgeable about something. Yes. Yes, whereas we always want to involve our friends, family members, into something that we start, the challenge is that they might not have that skill and passion towards giving birth of to something that you are intending to start. So you should put aside the emotion, you should put aside the history about someone you've gone through school together, and you decide that is the right person you should involve in such a venture. Yes, whereas you have been along together for some time, but he or she might not be the right person to uh, join you to a certain startup, to a certain business. So it is very knowledgeable to be very selective and very intelligent in bringing people to your team, because at the end of the day you'll have success either together or failure by together. So that is it. And I would also add on the fact that when you are developing something alone, still keep at the back of your mind that you need people, because as they say, your connection is your net worth. So whatever you are trying to develop, it will need to be sold, and you won't be the one who will be buying such a product or buying such a service. You will need people, you will need connection, so that your product, your service sells, or goes, get called to be known, and circulate through connection as fast as possible. So that will be done through connection that will be having. So because sole proprietors, yes, whereas that legally exists, but those people have got very strong connection with different kind of people, different kind of institutions. You find a proprietor, but he has got connection to each and every kind of sector in community. So those are, they might not be per se legally recognized team contact or contacts, but they are really shaping his business, because he has decided to make such connections, and and they have been informally been part of his team. So I would suggest that when you are about to make your own business solely, no one involved, you try hard to have connection, be intentional to make connection as much as possible, because at the end of the day you will need people, to buy your things, to buy your products, to buy your service. So now if you are now deciding as a team to start, on the other hand, it is better, or it is good, to be submissive to each other, respectful to each other, so that you can develop that strong synergy to beat each and every challenge that comes in your way. Because the challenge comes with a team, business with teams, where disagreement rise, and you fail to uh, you know uh, you fail to agree on something. On At the point of disagreement, it is where now comes in something you may think about, of maybe dismantling what you told for from the beginning, or you decided to take ways to depart from each other, which may be the end of your invention. So team uh, must be uh, well done, but also never to forget to sign memorandum of agreement, mutual agreements as a team. Do not take it for granted that this one is my friend. Yes, he is skilled. We have moved together. I know his capability. I know her capability. Yes, you go an extra mile while you are still in agreement, while you are still at peace, and you sign memorandum of agreements. You write a mutual agreement, and you decide on how things will be moving. And even at the point of taking parts, taking ways apart, you know how to divide without putting damage to maybe a service or a product you already created. So that something can remain um, continuous in your favor. I thank you. I wish you a blessed